Welcome back to the JSFL. We got Week 8, 1 p.m. The 3 and 4 Minneapolis Fishers head to the 6 and 1 LA Earthquake. LA the heavy favorite, but it's pouring down here in Los Angeles. As we get this Week 8 matchup away, injury report relatively small from both teams. LA side, Terry Foster, he's going to be out till Week 12, but we've already known that. But a new one, Caden Hollister, re-aggravated his injury after only 1 week of playing. He'll be back in the wild card. But for Minneapolis, Yvonne Ifsten is out for the rest of the season. He was their fourth-string wide receiver, but they do have two new returning. Their defensive tackle, Lewis McCormick, and then star receiver Will Verland makes his return here in Los Angeles. So good game coming underway. We'll get to your commentators, as this one should be good.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Fourth down and on is Ty Long to punt. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Come on, set. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And let's run the jet sweep here. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Some nifty running, but it only gets into the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Ty Long now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Go! 70, 80.
They'll set up a throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Back to throw here. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35.
To go for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
60 out more.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 7-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that one, a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and learning all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I missed it, it would have been a long night.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man on the out route. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Got it. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. What's the right?
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. Now the ball comes loose, and the Colts pick it up. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop it down at about the 3-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
2nd and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 3 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. But just like you said, they've got the lead, don't do anything silly, run the football, and that's what they did.
They would have liked to have created a little more room for their punter. But he'll take what they gave him, and he'll go out there now and try and get the ball off and help his defense.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still 2nd quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Chargers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Here's Ty Long now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ready! 61.
They'll drop to throw. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Chargers coming hard and they block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And they'll take possession of it at a great spot at the 25-yard line. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
However form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's it, baby.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Looking to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showing off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They'll those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the feet. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go. And two stop. We want this. 56, Mike 56. Two.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We gotta get the ball. Can you get the ball right here?
They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Throwing right, and that's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken to the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. So don't say nothing. Big it.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Yikes, a 40-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Ready? 61.
2nd and 14. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't effect, man. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 2. He's got his man in the crossing route. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a handoff working right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They don't give it here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Go, 70, 80. Second and 15. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Got it. 56, Mike, 56. Here we go. Chip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Back to throw here. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Second and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw, and that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Ty Long now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready? 8-3.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he comes back with one complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be brought down, and that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
They come out here in the eye. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling has been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now, really hoping for a turnover. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now let's see what his offense can do. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. 61 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. 1 play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was pump the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
50, play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there, so get it up only to about the 24. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
They'll look to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll look to throw, sliding out of the pocket, and now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 6. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It wasn't a breakdown in protection. Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. If it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might have lopped it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22. 2-yard line. So the Colts now down 24-21. At time, a huge factor. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Two-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough. And these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.